uh, general master evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, guest, and especially Jane. So your speech was great. You said to look, you said you wanted feedback on how your storytelling was. You were a very passionate, great storyteller. I cannot give you in terms of feedback on that particular area because the minute you gave us a story, it was in depth. We were enthralled. We were all listening because those stories that you told us are relatable. That's the thing. Who hasn't grown up in a house, you know? And we all grew up in a house, and you also made it much more. You also made it much more personal with with your mom. Everybody here loves their mom. If you don't, you're a monster. That's a fact. And it's just and then how the Waldo house fit together. How that was so important for you. How she was your neighbor for so long. I mean, it reminds me of me growing up with my mom. Obviously, you just love growing up with them, growing old with them. So it was very relatable. It's a great story. You had it well organized. Everybody gave feedback. It was like everybody was said the exact same thing. Very relatable, well organized. The only thing that we saw in terms of that needed some just minor improvement is just kind of when you're utilizing the computer screen. I would say kind of like right now it's good, but make sure you focus it because when you were giving the speech, it was kind of just showing the top head, which I do sometimes. And then also, somebody had mentioned maybe brighten up the room a little bit so we can get your facial expressions, so we can see it more. And those are like minor things, to be honest. And then the other one, it is and how you ended it was, I thought it was fine, but others kind of mentioned maybe if you probably finished a little bit earlier because just we didn't know when you ended the speech per se. But overall, it was very emotional ending. How I would say we can actually feel and hear your. I mean, you can literally we can feel it. We can see it. How passionate you were with your mom. No doubt about that, and that showed. That's what made it connect stronger. So those would be the only improvements I saw were on just that aspect, just utilizing the technology, which makes it weird, which makes it difficult. But overall, I mean, it shows you've been a Toastmaster for a while. I'm glad to have evaluated you. Thank you for sharing that story. After this, I'm gonna probably call my mom, see how she's doing. So with that, I turn it over back to the general evaluator.